Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here. Talking about storms because yesterday was a rainbow and today settles in another storm. Such is life, you guys. Such is life. As you jump on, say good morning, sunshine. Hashtag GMS. Commenting, you guys. And then share something that you're grateful for. It could be rocks. You're grateful for rocks. Do you have rocks in your landscaping? Do you appreciate them? Do you like to xeriscape? Do you like to climb on rocks? Do you like mountains? I don't know. I just picked rocks all of a sudden. So something that you're grateful for today, small or big. And let me just catch you up about the storm. So yesterday, if you guys caught, we were talking about rainbows and pausing and celebrating and looking at the rainbow that's around you, especially when you persevered something big like a storm and taking that time to just be with the joy, right? And God's funny lately. He's just like he's teaching our family so many lessons, and hopefully, as a side note, so many other people so many lessons, right? And he's like, okay, so yesterday, rainbow, celebrate your son's soccer game. It was awesome. Today, my baby boy goes NPO again. NPO means nothing per oral. And that is for a surgery procedure, right? When you're going to have anesthesia, you have to stop eating and drinking a certain amount of time, a certain amount of hours before the procedure so that you don't get sick when you're doing anesthesia. Not a big deal for you and me, but for a little boy, Whit and John, with arginine vasopressin deficiency, or AVPD, where you have a water-based trauma and need based upon medication. It's like my husband and I are gosh dang scientists. Okay. So this is us, right? Like yesterday, we're in celebration mode, and then I get the message from the doctor, and it's like, your surgery is scheduled for Thursday at 6 a.m. And I'm like, okay, like 6, that's good. Like, great, 6 a.m. Positive about that, as we're going to be done early, right? We get it over with. He's not having to wait all day for surgery. Let's just get her done. So then I look at NPO times, because that's what it's all about for us. We're trying to figure out how to help him through that process without going through the water, blah, which you've seen some videos, it's it's sad, it's ridiculous. So we're looking at NPO times, right? And he can't eat after 11 p.m. Yet he has a protein shake every single night, if not 3, between about 1 and 5, because of all the different things that have gone on with him. So denying him the protein shake doesn't create a comfortable situation, right? That's fine. Maybe we're learning something. And then his water is cut off. Okay, his water is cut off at 3 a.m., which means he will not even have time to be medicated yet. And the medication is what stops him from peeing. So then when he wakes up and he needs water, he is going to flip his shit when he doesn't have it. So we're like scientists, right? I mean, okay, so what are we going to do? How do we want to operate this? So here's the first thing, you guys. When a storm hits your life, and we know a storm's hitting again tonight through tomorrow morning. We know it's going to be a short storm. We know that we're going to get through it, but it's still a storm, right? There's things that are going on in your world. Like, I know this is going to be challenging. I know I'm entering a season of a storm, and then you still walk into it, right? We're not going to walk away from it. There are storms that we have to go through in our world and our lives in order to achieve and find ultimate happiness, of course, right? So we're acknowledging, okay, storm's here. I'm not going to pretend like it's not here, because it's here. Whatever storm you got going on that you're entering, you can't pretend like it's not there. You don't just wish it away, because it is in fact a part of your world right now. Maybe that's a change in relationships, a change in jobs, something going on with your family, your friendships, your health. There is a storm, right? Okay, I see it. I'm going to acknowledge you. When NPO starts tonight, it's going to be great, right? Then we figure out, what can we do? What can we do in light of the storm? What do we physically have the tangible ability to do ourselves to make this as easy as possible? For Whit and John, we're like, okay, my baby goes to bed at 6:30 or 7, most nights, right? Except for last night when we were at a soccer game, which was fun. We're going to keep him up until 11. This is a real plan. We really think we're going to do this. We're going to keep him up until 11, semi-unmedicated. So I'm going to try to medicate him to a later point tonight, so that instead of having breakthrough at 6, which is where he starts peeing and his medicine wears off, I'm going to try to medicate him through maybe around 8. And then from 8 until 9, 10, and 11, we're going to get him to drink his chocolates, right? And let him stay up. I don't know how we're going to keep him up, you guys. Legos, games, toys, not exactly sure. It's going to be great. And then make sure that he's hydrated. And then I'm going to give him a nighttime dose that hopefully lasts through and beyond surgery, to skip the morning dose, so that he doesn't wake up at 3 a.m. needing water. I don't know if it's going to work, but we are doing everything we can possibly do in our tangible physical world, right, to support the storm that's coming. Your situation, whatever storm you have, whatever storm's occurring, you take a step back and you look at it. What can I do to support this storm? What can I do to support all of us making it through? Of course, alive, right? And maybe a little bit happier, a little bit less traumatized with the acknowledgement of what's going to happen. Okay, so you decide what do you physically have available to you. Okay, third thing with the storm is I'm going to like anchor myself in beyond the storm. I know that it's going to be a rough 24 hours. I acknowledged it. I planned for it. Now I'm going to anchor myself in what is it going to look like when I'm beyond the storm? And that has a lot of power, you guys. And I don't really, you can visualize yourself, and this is actually a great practice. I don't do it as well as others. You can visualize yourself going through the storm and having it go as smoothly as possible. You can like write out what that's going to look like. Like it's going to be beautiful. Let's add this one in. Let's add this one as a number 3 or 4, whatever number I was on, where you're going to actually go through and he's going to do so great. And he is going to stay up until 11. And then he's not going to wake up until 6 or 5. And we're going to get him up and he's going to sleep in our arms and we're going to go take him and he's going to get anesthesia and he's going to be like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh, he's having surgery because he has to have his port out. Did I say that? Yes. This is his last like surgery before we don't have to do scans or anesthesia for 6 more months after this. Yes, right. High 5, high 10. Okay, so you can visualize that happening. But now I'm going to anchor myself in what tomorrow looks like, right? My baby boy has his port out of his chest. What this means for our family is that we don't have to be taking his temperature all the time and running into the ER every time he has a fever over 100 degrees. Not 101, not 104, 100 degrees, right? To go in to get access, to have his blood drawn, to see if he has bacteria. And if his numbers are low, stay in the hospital for at least 2 nights, if not 5 nights, because usually then the numbers have to come back up. That was like a pain, right? He has this pour out and dance in the storm. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it, Amanda. He'll have his port out and we can actually like do life normally. And if he gets sick like a normal kid, he gets sick like a normal kid. Last night we were at the soccer game. He was going down the stairs, fell down, scorpion. That means like where your legs come over your head and like starts crying. I'm like, oh, that was like a normal baby fall, like a normal thing to do, right? So anchoring yourself in the future of what it's going to look like when you're through the storm, right? Final thing, when you're maneuvering a storm of life, for me, 1,000,000% is the faith, right? Having faith in what's supposed to happen is going to happen, and we can get through anything, you guys. You would be surprised what you are able to get through in life and your strength that is there. And as you go through that and you can connect yourself to your faith, you can get through even more and more and more. So I'm sure some of you guys have experienced storms in your lives, and you will experience additional storms in your life. And I hope that faith has tied you to the comfort and knowing that having faith versus fear is going to make everything so much better, right? Not necessarily easier, but just better in the long run. Okay, guys, those are our tips for maneuvering a storm. If you didn't take notes on those, I don't have anything to post. Maybe I'll trade later. I have to do this. Yes, big boy, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? It's fine. I got to block him. You want to come here? You want to go pee? Oh, do you want to say hi to my friends first?
Go pee.
Oh, he's got to go pee. We're in break room. Guys, we're in break room. Okay, I love you all so much. We're gonna prep for surgery in the morning. Please put 3 butterflies. Wish us luck. Oh gosh, tomorrow's gonna be so good. I love you all. Bye. We're a mess.